A lot of people probably didn't know that this game even existed, and some probably thought it was dead. When I was a kid, I would play this game all day long due to how fun it was. Whether it was day or night, my eyes would stick on the screen of my phone and kept on playing it. The game didn't have a lot of content in it, but it was still very fun to play. I don't know when it was developed, but since it had characters like Naruto and Kuruma mode, I thought maybe it must have been between 2015 and 2017. Back then, it didn't have an upgraded UI or anything, and some of the moves didn't look that flashy, but it still was a fun game to kill some time with. Later on, the developer added more characters and upgraded everything and added tools and power-ups. It completely changed the game and made it more challenging. The game is basically a 3v3 MOBA game. This was actually my first MOBA game I've ever played. If it wasn't for it, I wouldn't have had known of games like Dota 2 or League of Legends. In the old version, you couldn't pick the team you wanted to play with. It was completely random, but now you can pick the members of your team and destroy the other team. Then the developer just dropped the game and never updated it for some time. Then a few years later, the developer released an update, and we were all pretty happy. He added a new game mode, which is 4v4, that disabled the tools and unlocked both Pain and Orochimaru. And yes, they were both locked characters. Rumor has it that you had to have 100,000 yen to unlock them, but I've never seen anyone ever do so. That was mostly the reason why I played this game as a kid, to be honest. The fact that he rose from the dead and updated the game again was the coolest thing to the community. And then he mysteriously disappeared again and never came back.
Why, Timberlake? You son of a bitch! Why? Tell me why!
This is why so many talented modders modded the game, by replacing the characters and updating the existing characters, and maybe the entire look of the game over the years. I remember being excited to play as Six Paths Naruto or Madara in these mods, but some of them were broken and had too many bugs, while others were perfect. Right now, I'm currently playing mod that looks really good. It has these new modes, such as 1v1, boss mode, clone mode, and you are able to change up the options of the matches here, like playing without tools or disabling guardians. The guardians in this game were very annoying and unfair, because only the enemy team had them and you didn't, which was something I never understood why the developer did that. They were the reason why most of these matches took almost an hour or two for me to finish. And I know some of you veterans are asking yourselves how? That's because I would just choose random characters to make it more challenging for me, and sometimes play like an AI, because it was pretty fun to have these long matches. Just like in a MOBA game, you had your map of the entire area and can see your teammates and enemies, and you have your abilities on your button right corner. And on your upper left corner, you have your health bar and chakra. Your chakra in the game is basically like your level. Every time you kill frogs or your enemies, you level up. And the final level is level 6, with the cooldown time slowly increasing as you die. And with each level, you unlock an ability. So in the early game, it starts off slow, but gradually becomes intense later on. cool thing about this game was that characters with transformations would transform when you use their ultimate skill, and they develop hyper armor too, making them tougher opponents.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
No. Fuck, man. Get your ass on, get your goddamn ass on.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some.
Damn!
Good evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents.
And here you can see your results, and the shorter the match, the higher the rank. And this is all the tools and power-ups you can use in a match. I wish they translated them to English so we can understand what they do. But for now, the top ones are for low cooldown, the middle ones are for attack power, and the last ones are for defense. And the final one below is from the mod, which is more tools.
Accidents here in the district. One of them near Pennsylvania. In that crash, 20-year-old Butler driving home from work.
Also, for more info about the tools and power-ups, you can't just choose the same tools or power-ups for every character, because they are all different and depend on different items, such as Itachi here. He depends on more defense and power because of his ultimate. When he's done with it, he becomes vulnerable for some time.
Acknowledge me. Fuck you!
The cool thing about the characters of this game were the broken ones, starting off with Naruto as we saw him with transformations and shadow clone. And next is this guy. He can counter specials like some characters, but the most broken thing about him was his ultimate, because it completely ignores defense and shreds the enemy's HP. But the downside is you die as well, but have a short respawn time. Dare is one of the support characters. Most of his abilities is attacking from behind and summoning his beast, but broken thing about him is his ultimate, which is a giant explosion that deals heavy damage and takes you out as well. But it can also damage the towers as well. Minato is one of those fun characters to play as, because you felt like the yellow flash when you played as him. The broken thing about him is how you can teleport around the map as him. This guy has a broken skill of summoning his beasts based on how many hearts he has, and they deal a lot of damage and can be healed up when you heal yourself, and his ultimate is revival. He can't die as long as he still has many hearts. Haiden is the most broken one because he is literally a god in this game. The broken thing about him is that he would set up his blood trap and then activate his ultimate. When he is in this mode, he has hyper armor and take less damage, and the damage inflicted on him is reflected back and damages the entire enemy team. And when the enemy retreats, he can stab himself to damage them further. The game had a lot of potential, and many characters would have been added like 4th Ninja War characters or Boruto characters as well. More modes could have been added as well, such as boss mode where you and your team raid on the boss. And maybe we could have had more maps. And the game was also supposed to have online mode where you play with other players, and it would have been pure chaos. And a ranking system. This would have been the best fan-made Naruto game in existence. It's sad that the creator ain't taking it seriously, and it looks like he gave up on the game, and now we have to depend on modders to make it better. It had so much potential to just be wasted like that.